Hey, what's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today I'm doing a video on the sound changes for CSGO that were added in the latest update. Well, actually not the latest update. There was two minor updates that came after a big major update that had all those new skins, as well as several gameplay changes. And I'll also be talking about Prime Matchmaking a bit in this video because it's actually in its full effect now, or not its full effect, but I believe the beta for it has started. So I'll talk about that a bit after I go over on all the sound changes. But there was a whole bunch of different changes to some guns in CSGO. Not the actual guns, just the sounds they make. And I'll talk about what I think about the changes after I play them, but I've made before and after comparisons using some old gameplay I found on YouTube. I'll have the link to the person's videos I used in the description, but I'll show the old sound and then I'll show the new sound. And the three weapons that are changed are the Mag-7, the Negev, and the M249. All three of these weapons have had their sounds changed, and here are the new sounds and the old sounds in comparison. So those were the three weapons that had major gun sound changes, and if you're wondering what I think of it, I think the M249 sound, I actually do like the new M249 sound more than the original, but for the other two weapons, I really do prefer the old ones. The Mag-7 and the Negev just sound a little weird. I don't know if it's just that I'm too used to the old ones, but I don't know. I would prefer the old sounds, but we're probably just going to have to get used to it. I don't know if Valve is actually going to bother switching these sounds back, but yeah, so those are all the sound updates when it comes to those specific guns. But there was also a major change that I'm sure a lot of you guys know about, where they actually made it so there's a new sound for almost every single weapon, I believe. And this is even on silenced weapons, but when you're low on ammo, there's actually a new sound that's kind of like a clicking sound. Not the best sound to listen to, but your enemies can hear this as well. So basically, they made it so enemies are able to figure out when you're low on ammo, and I guess it reminds you as well. But I don't know, lots of people are very upset about it, but here's an example of what this sounds like. Now, many people are upset about this change and are wanting Valve to revert it because they believe it lowers the skill gap for CSGO, and I'm not entirely sure on this, but what I do think is Valve should really stop trying to add in random things like this, or just kind of like try to fix things that aren't really broken. Just what I would say, but I'm not really sure about this. Feel free to let me know. Do you think this is a good change or a bad change? I'm kind of in between, but I don't really think it was a necessary change, if that makes sense. So another sound change they made is they added in a lobby sound for if you type something in your lobby on CSGO. It makes a little sound, and the sound is the exact sound for when a vote comes up to like kick someone or surrender. They just reused that sound and used it as the lobby sound whenever you type something there, which I guess is kind of nice because I mean it kind of alerts you if one of your friends is typing something in there. So not too big of a deal, but may help out sometimes. So the final sound change is on the smoke grenade. It just makes a little bit of a louder sound when it goes off, or it's kind of like an additional sound. And I don't know about this. People were thinking that it's gonna make it harder for people to ninja defuse, I guess, which kind of sucks. Like, I always thought ninja defuses were kind of fun, and I mean, they're not really that hard to counter anyway. So not sure why they bothered adding that, but now there's a new sound on smoke grenades basically. So that's it for the sound update. But they also finally launched Prime Matchmaking, so you can actually try it out now. Now, the only difference between Prime Matchmaking and normal matchmaking is you have to have a specific phone number linked to your account to play Prime Matchmaking, and you can't link the same phone number to multiple accounts. So basically, it's supposed to kind of try to prevent people from smurfing. So if you're playing Prime Matchmaking, it should be a little bit less common to run into smurfs, or probably, I don't know how strong of an effect this is really going to have on smurfs, because of course there are so many loopholes and ways you can get like 2 phone numbers and stuff, that I'm sure lots of people are still going to have their smurf accounts on Prime Matchmaking, which kind of sucks for the people who are trying to avoid smurfs, but it's probably going to be better than normal matchmaking. So, and you can easily see if everyone in your party has Prime Matchmaking by looking on their profile, and there's like this little overlay on the back of their Steam account, or I mean their like portrait in a lobby. There's like a little overlay behind it for the Prime Matchmaking thing, and if you don't have your Prime Matchmaking set up, it should not show there. And to set up Prime Matchmaking, it should notify you at the top left of the screen. Of course, mine's already set up, so it already says it right there. Nothing too complicated, but yeah, that's Prime Matchmaking. Hopefully it will reduce smurfs for the people that don't want to play against smurfs. But that's just about it for this video, guys. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.